This program contains adult language and situations which may be considered offensive to some viewers and/or children, but more likely their parents.
Oh my god. I'm gonna need traction after this day. Oofa. What's this? Really? They're making shaped Doritos now. I remember when they did that back in the 90s. They used to have 3D Doritos. They were good. But you know what would have been better than just 3D Doritos? If you had the 3D Doritos, but they filled the Doritos with nacho cheese. Okay? That would have been the tits. Okay? So there's a news article that I want to talk about here. And it was funny because everything in the news is all Trump bullshit. Trump sucks. So does Hillary. They both suck. All politicians suck. But anyway, hi Gravy. Gravy's going to join us today. So, there was a guy in Texas, I guess it was, and he has a baby cow. He has a calf that supposedly looks just like Gene Simmons from Kiss. Gene fucking Simmons. Wow. What the fuck? Man. Gene Simmons has to be one of the biggest douchebags in the music scene, in the music industry. His band Kiss sucks. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not great. The music isn't great. It just kind of sits there, you know what I'm saying? It's like every song sounds the same. So, their big thing, Kiss, is that they like to market a lot of their image. So they have Kiss toy. Everything you can think of has a Kiss version of it. They're a fucking novelty, okay? You know, Gene Simmons and the rest of the band too. None are innocent in this, but Gene Simmons in particular. They're all fucking greedy ass Jews. Yes, because all the members of Kiss are Jewish. They act like it too. They're you know, everything. It's like they fucking have. Okay, get this. So I actually saw this before. Kiss has out a line of air air guitar strings. So what it is, it's just a plastic bag full of nothing. And then they slapped like, I don't know, $5 on it, and people buy this shit. You got Kiss lunchboxes, you got Kiss figurines, you have a fucking Kiss coffin. Okay? That doubles as a cooler. So you can enjoy it while you're alive, you know? Everything. They have anything you can think of, Kiss. You know, they have video games out which fucking suck. Okay? You know, they have Kiss candles. What the fuck? Just take a candle and just slap the name Kiss on it and it'll sell. Just recently, Gene Simmons tried to, patent this, the devil horns. This gesture, if you start doing this in pictures and shit, you have to pay Gene Simmons. You know what? I'm gonna start patenting everything then too. I'm gonna patent the peace sign. Peace. I'm gonna patent the peace sign. So that all those fucking pictures with the Japanese girls doing it, yeah, they have to come over and fucking give me a handy every time. Or else I can sue their asses. No. Everything's gonna be patented. I mean, cats. I'm gonna own the concept of cats. Okay? Here, you show hair in a movie, you have to pay me. Everything. You see, blankets. I own blankets now. How about that? Doritos. I own Doritos now. Red shirts. I own red shirts now. So, I'm just giving it time. I'm just giving this time before Gene Simmons tries to buy the rights to that fucking cow. Oh my god. It would be such a fucking shitstorm. Oh my god, can you imagine what he would do to that cow? Seriously. Milk the cow. Yeah, now Kiss has fucking milk now. You can now buy Kiss milk from the Kiss cow. You want a fucking Kiss burger? There you go. Kiss burger. How long was it before he patents or whatever, buys the rights to that cow? He'll be selling fucking Kiss milk. A Kiss burger. Fuck it. You should just own the rights to cows in general. That's ridiculous. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. You know, no, I'm not against the fucking cow. You know, he was born with that kind of marking on his face. To be honest, it doesn't even look like Gene Simmons makeup anyway. You know what? That cow looks more like Abbott than Gene Simmons. So Abbott should fucking buy the rights to that cow. Ay. What a greedy fucking Jew. You know? But, you know, you hear about all these people fucking committing suicide. But why can't fucking Gene Simmons? Come on. When are we going to see Gene Simmons with a rope around his neck? And he's like the most vocal guy in the fucking industry. You know. Like, okay, so the guy that died a couple weeks ago. Okay? I don't like his music. Okay? But from what I understand, he was a good guy. So in that respect, I do take back a lot of what I said about him in the other video. I'm not gonna be like one of those people that say that his music was like the best band ever now. No. So rest in peace. Okay. You can get him to commit suicide. Why can't we get fucking Gene Simmons to do the same? Why can't he just hang himself with his own tongue? You know? Why not? Gene Simmons, you are a washed up rock star. Then you're a fucking greedy ass fucking Jew. Is there anything that you won't do for a buck? You know? They have fucking Kiss condoms. Oh my God. You are a greedy ass fucking Jew. I'm sorry. That's unacceptable. Oh. You know, I can't think of any other band that was as greedy as fucking Kiss. Maybe the Beatles. Okay. The Beatles, maybe. But I think Kiss is a lot more greedier. The Beatles didn't have fucking Beatles condoms. The Beatles didn't have their own line of fucking air guitar strings. Okay. I mean, they might have slapped their fucking faces. They might have slapped their fucking bulldog faces all over lunchboxes. But at least they don't have a fucking line of air guitar strings. Well, but, you know, those Jews, man. They really know how to balance a fucking checkbook, those Jews. You know, Gene Simmons isn't even his real name. You know what his real name is? I swear this is his real name. Chaim Witz. Gotta hide that Jewy. You gotta hide your Jewy personality. He's not even American. He's like born in Israel. He was born in Israel in the Fag community. But tomorrow I have to go. I have to go to physical therapy tomorrow. But before that, I'm trying to sell my guitars. I sold my amp head today, the one that's like busted. I don't know. Somebody said that they might be able to fix it or something, so I just sold it. I can't play. So like, what's the point, you know? I gotta go to Allentown Music tomorrow. And I'm gonna sell my acoustic. Yeah. I sold my one guitar and my bass the other day, but I couldn't carry everything on the bus, so I need to go back down there. Saw my acoustic and saw my death metal pedal. Because I can't play it, my hand is all fucked up. I'm gonna have to go to physical therapy on it. I'm not looking forward to that. And I have to go to, then I gotta go hit up the mall. For unknown reasons. Oh. That's the other thing. So, that apartment I was looking at before kind of fell through. Okay. And I'll be honest, I'll tell you where I was living. Or not where I was living, but where I was looking. I'm not going to bleep it out or anything, but it's a nice place. I'll admit it's a nice place. But just the timing of it all, it wouldn't work out. So, I was looking at a place that's on Bridgman Street, and that's like if anyone knows where like the Wegmans is on Amherst Street. It's like there's a Wegmans that's like on Amherst Street between like Amherst and Elmwood and Amherst and Grant. There's a Wegmans there. And Bridgman is like if you're outside the Wegmans and you're looking toward Amherst Street, there's actually another street that goes that kind of cuts it's off of Amherst Street, right near the Wegmans. And I was gonna move into an apartment, it was a big blue house. It was right on the corner of Bridgman and Grote. But you know, first of all, the guy, he said, well, there's people in there already, and they're moving out at the end of August, and I want someone in there like the 1st of September. And okay, the problem is that Belmont can't do the inspection while people are still living there. If they're moving out at the end of August, well, if they're moving out at the end of August, that doesn't give Belmont enough time to get me in there for the 1st. Okay. I tried to see if Belmont would allow me to pay like first month's rent and the security, which would have been like $12,000 right there. And it's like $600 a month plus utilities. And Belmont said that they would let me do that and then they would have to do the inspection in order to get it approved for Belmont so that they can start paying for the thing. The problem is that my county worker won't let me do that. And I tried to figure out with Belmont if they would do like half-month rent or something. Like if we could get me in there like September 15th. They said no, it has to be whole month or nothing. So that fucking sucks. It fell through. And you know, I also talked to Belmont because remember I said I looked at 2 other apartments in that area. And the one apartment was on Howell Street. It's one of those streets that's up and down. It's still between like Amherst and Grant, Amherst and Elwood. Okay, so it's one of those streets. The other street, the other place I looked at was on Germain Street, which again is like, I think it's like 2 blocks away from Howell. Okay. Now, those 2 apartments, the landlord there said he doesn't want pets, and that he doesn't take Belmont. So I talked to my Belmont worker, and I found someone out that was pretty interesting. And she says that if the apartment is in the city of Buffalo, then it's actually illegal for landlords to not accept Belmont. Yeah. So that guy, and she actually gave me a number to call too. She's like, if you find any landlords in Buffalo that say they won't accept Belmont, you have to call this number and blow their ass in. Because somehow it's considered discrimination. It's considered discrimination. And so I did that, blew them in. Now I did look at another apartment today, and it was a nice apartment. No, it's a nice apartment, what am I going to say? Now, I can't reveal where I looked today, but it's actually in a better area than over there now by the Wegmans. It's actually in a better area. The place looked clean, the place looked nice. I'm not gonna say, but they allow pets. The rent there is a little higher than what I would be paying on Bridgman. Bridgman was like $600, and this place was $635. But I would have it. They pay all utilities except electric. I have to pay my own electric, which isn't a big deal. So really, it could turn out to be a little cheaper than what I'm paying now for rent. Okay, because I won't have to pay gas. Now, from what I could tell, just looking at it, it seems like a lot of the appliances and maybe even the heat in there is all like electric heat, which is actually a good thing. Because here's the thing, I can actually get heat. Okay, I have heat now. They give you like a $400 credit toward your bill. They just pay like a $400 or some bullshit, and you don't have to worry about a gas bill. Because I don't like having the heat blaring it, even in the wintertime. I don't like having the heat going full blast. I don't like it. Well, I'll turn it on for like a couple minutes. Then it'll just get too much and I'll turn it off. Or I'll keep it on really, really low. You know. But they won't pay the electric bill unless the heat and the cooking and all that comes from the electric. Okay? So I already saw in there that it was an electric stove. I don't know how I feel about that, since I've never actually used an electric stove. I would think it was, I don't know. I really never used an electric stove, to be honest. So, I mean, that's fine. So if everything's electric in there, then I can probably get heat, you know, for my electric bill, and I won't even have to use, you know, I wouldn't have to use the gas anything. So it might be cheaper in the long run. And I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's in a good area. I like the area. So I'm around a lot of good shit. Okay. I mean, sorry, I want to get out of fucking Lovejoy. What did Eugene say again about Lovejoy? It's like the what is it? The second worst area of Buffalo. Like, what's the first worst? That's what Eugene said. It's the second worst area of Buffalo. And I agree with that too. You know, you got my racist ass parents. They're like, oh yeah, you go live on fucking Jefferson with the blacks. And let's be honest here. Let's be honest. If someone like me were to like walk down like in the hood, I'm not saying that where I want to live now is in the hood. But what I'm saying is, if I wanted to move down on like like the fruit belt. Okay? I don't think I'd have a problem living there, like getting robbed or anything. No. I don't think I'd be. I don't think I'd be like a target. You know why? Because here's why. Statistically, okay, most murders and whatnot, they're black on black crime. Okay? So yeah, I might see some shit go down. But it's none of my business. You know? Now, I think and this is just a theory I have. I think a lot of this I think the reason that this happens, okay, is because the police don't really go after black on black crime. Okay? Like, I mean, maybe, but they're not going to pursue it. Alright? Like, there's all kinds of stories you hear almost every week, at least. Oh, there's a shooting on, and it looks like some hood, you know, some street in the hood in Buffalo. Oh, there was a double homicide. And you guys go, well, people have any tips? Feel free. Well, no one ever gets caught. So, it's like, cops don't really care. You know, but me doing a video, you know, ripping a girl a new asshole on tape. You know, ripping someone a new asshole on tape. I get fucking dicks over here. I think what happens is, you know, every time you hear about it, though, every time you hear about crime in Buffalo, if it's a white person, oh, the cops will fucking show up immediately. So they don't fuck with us. They know as soon as that gun goes off, a white guy goes down, the cops will be there in like 5 minutes. This is my theory. But you know, it's like they say New York City is like crime-ridden. But I think a lot of it is, you know, there's a lot of crime, okay, but only if you're looking for it. You know, like you're not gonna see fucking gangs coming down Times Square. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me that terrorist bullshit either. Okay? I mean, it's more likely you'll get killed by a fucking cop than you will by a fucking terrorist. Okay? So, And Toronto. What do you think Toronto? That's like the the most diverse city in the world or something. Toronto has has very low crime actually. It's lower. It's a lower. They have less crime than Buffalo. Okay. All of Canada actually has really low crime. It was like what did you say before that? Like Chicago just went over their murders like within half a year, and like it was still more than the entire country of Canada or something. It was like 5 times higher than the entire Canada. You know, you might see it too. I go to Canada, I go to Toronto, and everyone just seems to be getting along there. You know, I'm sure they have their problems, but never have you ever seen anyone? You go to somewhere around here in Buffalo. You go to a mall or something, right? It's very rare that you'll see a group of people that you'll see like a group of like 5, 6 people together that like they're like not like 2 white guys and like black guy and a Chinese guy and like a Muslim and with a Spanish guy. You will never see that in Buffalo. Go to the mall. Any groups, they'll either be like all white or there may be like a black guy in a group of white guys. Maybe. I've seen it before. But you'll never see like a group of like 6 people and it's like the whole rainbow coalition in one group. And they're laughing and they're getting along and you know. Toronto reminds me of jail, kinda. Yeah, that's right, I said it. And not in a bad way either. Because in jail, or at least where I was staying in jail, there was none of that bullshit. It was like nobody's black, nobody's white, nobody's fucking Spanish, nobody's Asian, nobody's fucking, you know, Muslim or Indian or whatever. We're all fucking orange in jail. We're all orange. We all have our issues. You know, we're all in the orange shirt, orange pants. That's the way it is. That's the way we thought about it while we were in jail. You know, none of this fucking street junk. You know, we're there. We committed a crime. We're there. We're being punished. We might as well make the best of it, right? That's what I thought of jail. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. Toronto It's like jail. Because it doesn't seem to be... It doesn't seem to be like... You can go into a mall and see all kinds of people hanging out together and like eating together. Like civilized people. You know? There was a white guy, I remember seeing this too, I should have put it on video. There was a white guy, a black guy, like 2 Asians or whatever, Spanish guy, and like a Muslim. In full Muslim clothes. Okay? While everyone else was just wearing like whatever. And they were sitting in the down. They were eating their fucking food and they were fucking having a conversation, laughing and joking around. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be everywhere. None of this bullshit where, oh yeah, my shit stinks better than yours kind of thing. Where everyone thinks that they're better than everyone. Well yeah, your imaginary friend is better than my imaginary friend's better than your imaginary friend. Now you have to die. That's the way I see it. All religion's bullshit. All of it. Muslim, Jew, Christians. No, nobody gives a shit. You know, even Hindus and fucking Buddhists. It's all fucking bullshit. Because you know what it does? It just creates fucking drama. I agree. Like, does it, you know, I have a theory that if everyone would just, everyone in the fucking world would just become atheists, I think a lot of the bullshit would just cut down a lot. And there will be no war. Or, I should say, there'll be less war. You know, terrorist attacks would just disappear. Pretty much. You know what kind of terrorists you'll find? No fucking religion. You will have some of these political terrorists, like these guys that like bomb zoos and shit, or they'll bomb like animal testing places. I just read a story about some group that broke into no, they were raising like minks or something so that they can kill them for their fur. They were raising them, and so the group ended up breaking into this place that had all these minks in there, and they let them free. Now they're saying that by them doing that, it put the minks in more harm. So they weren't really helping them. There's people out there that'll stand and bomb like car dealerships and shit because they use fucking gasoline and it goes in the air. That's terrorism. Because remember what terrorism is, folks. It's violence or intimidation in order to fulfill a political or religious agenda. So one of these fucking Muslims that go around and blow themselves up for Allah, that's a religious agenda. You're gonna go in and fucking shoot up a car dealership. That's a political agenda. You know. So when you actually think about it, the police are actually a terrorist group. Yeah, I said it. Now let me explain. Politicians make the laws, so it's political. A lot of the laws are bullshit anyway. You know, they have these backdoor these stupid fucking laws that a lot of them just a lot of them favor the lobbyists. You know, you bribe a politician, yeah, I'm from this company, you know, make a law that says that, you know, our goods can be sold somewhere. I don't know. So they do that. Now everyone's forced to use their product. It's like with marijuana. You know, the real reason it's illegal, not because it's harmful, but because what was going on was it became illegal when, you know, plastic was being developed. Okay? Plastic was starting to become developed in like the 30s, I think it was. So these plastic companies, what they would do is they go to politicians and say, hey, make this marijuana illegal because, you know, you can make like plastic from a marijuana plant. Okay. And it's like a lot stronger than the plastic that you use here, or any other plastic. It's stronger and whatnot. So they were going around saying, hey, we don't want this marijuana, you know, cutting into our plastic business because marijuana can be grown anywhere pretty much. You know, it can be grown in a fucking toilet, you know what I'm saying? So anyone can grow it, and you know, if you know how to do it, you can make plastic out of it. You can also use it to make fucking paper. It doesn't even have to be shit to get high off of. No, it has a lot of different uses. Paper. It can be made to use cloth, to make cloth. So, we could be using marijuana plants to make fucking paper. But no, it's illegal, and we have to use like tree wood, you know, when we could just be using it'll be cheaper to use marijuana, but because it can be grown anywhere, and you know, anyone could pretty much use it if you know how to make the paper out of it. Anyone can make their own paper right there. So what they did was they made it illegal, and now and the whole thing with, you know, you see people, yeah, you can get high off it. So that was like a big deal. You know, if you do marijuana, you'll become schizophrenic or whatever. And that was like the big propaganda. And so, yeah. So if you're caught with marijuana, you'll be kidnapped and thrown in a cage, arrested and jailed. And if you try to fight back your kidnappers, you'll get shot. And so the police are trying to fulfill a political agenda. It's political when politicians make the laws, and they have to enforce the laws which are political. So it's a political agenda. They're terrorists. They're by definition terrorists. But for some reason we accept that. We accept that for some reason. We accept that, but you know, the guy with the fucking laundry on his head, no, we can't accept that. Why is it any different? Why is it any different, really? The same thing with like Israel and shit. It's like they have their own terrorists. They have Jewish terrorists. But because we're allies with Israel, we don't call it the Jewish terrorists or Jewish terrorists. No, we only go after the guys that have the fucking towel on their head. Like, seriously though, what's the difference between a Jewish terrorist and a Muslim terrorist? Not much. Not really much. It's terrorism no matter what. It's this whole thing where you know, we have to turn a blind eye to whatever they're doing it, because Israel was founded after World War II. You know, all the Jews that were in the concentration camps got released, and they started their own fucking country, pretty much. That's the way it worked. And we kind of have to agree with that, because if you say anything bad about Israel, oh, you know, that's anti-Semitic. Oh, you know, we're like guilted into thinking that way, because they went through some horrible shit in like Auschwitz and all that shit. So it's like, well, you know, Moss 6 million, you know. And it's like, you think about it, it's like, you know, to be honest, I don't really think 6 million Jews got killed. I would put the number maybe at like 2-3 million, but not no 6 million. And I'm saying it too. You can call me a fucking race. I don't care. Because it seems like the number 6 in Jewish culture kind of means something. It's kind of like a big deal. Number 6. You know, you got like a 6-point star, the Star of David. And that's that. And it's not a secret that the number 6 in their culture is like a big deal number. Look at the word Israel, for example. 6 letters. Look at the word Jewish. 6 letters. Now, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but I notice shit like this. But anyway, it's like, I just don't, because you hear some of the stories and they're like, yeah, you know, they would burn the fucking bodies, and they did have them done in like 20 minutes. They'll throw you in the oven and you'll be ashes in 20 minutes. You go to any fucking crematorium, you go to any kind of place that does that shit, and they will tell you that to cremate a body, an average body, will take 3 to 4 hours. And these are newer. These are modern day crematorium ovens. Okay, so it's much more efficient these days. Because that's what they were doing. It wasn't like they were throwing them in like an oven like that. It wasn't like they were throwing them in like just your regular kitchen oven. You know, they were throwing them in like crematorium ovens, which gets a lot hotter than a regular ass kitchen oven. So, you know, and those things will break down too. They need to be constantly, you know, they have to break down. They break down a lot. They have to be cleaned out, you know. You can't just keep, you know, burning bodies for hours in one of those things. If it was like 20 minutes for someone to go from, like me, to complete ash, you know, that's impossible. That is completely impossible. It takes 3 to 4 hours for one body to cremate. You go and you look it up. You go to any crematorium and they'll tell you 3 to 4 hours in there and it'll be done, you know? And You know, I get it that they have, and these are big crematorium ovens too. These ovens are huge. So you can only have like 3 or 4 of them going in one camp, really. You know, so you're only burning like 4 bodies. You're burning 4 bodies at a time. You have like 1 in each oven or something. And they're taking 3 to 4 hours. You know, they're saying it takes 20 minutes to burn a body completely down, which is bullshit. It takes 3 to 4 hours for a body to burn in a crematorium oven. So there's no way that, and that's the thing too. They wanted these people for labor. You can't work when you're dead, okay? And I get that. I get that. You know, whoever wasn't fit goes, you know, to the gas chamber. And even that's a little fucking weird too. There really is no what do you call it? There really is no verification that they had gas chambers, but they weren't like set up like showers. And the fucking gas didn't come out of the fucking what do you call it? The shower head. No, they had like vents and shit. So I don't want to hear that shit. Oh yeah, they're telling us to go take a shower to give us a bar of soap. No. And then they go in this, they pack everyone into a shower. They turn on the water and gas comes out instead. It doesn't work like that. The only place you'll see that in is fucking Schindler's List. Okay? Which, I don't even know if a lot of that's true. It could just be somebody making up stories. But I can guarantee you that the gas didn't come out of the fucking shower head. It came out of probably vents in the ceiling or on the floor or on the wall or something. There really is no other, you know, verification other than that movie where they said that they were trying to get them into a shower and they give them a bar of soap and all that too. No verification. There's nowhere. Even in Schindler's List is probably the only place you see it. There's no other, you know, record of them using a hand for an ashtray or using their skin to make lampshades or whatever. There was no. No, I don't buy that. I don't buy it. I don't buy that at all. Cause I looked it up. I was like, "You're really gonna use fucking lamps? You gonna really use fucking?" I looked it up. I'm like, "Did they really use the skin for lamp?" He said it was. It's a rumor. There really is no record of it. You know, but yeah, there's record of, what is it? There's record of them taking the gold out of their teeth or whatever, the fillings or whatever, melting it down and making fucking gold or whatever. That's true. There's record that they put all the fucking people's belongings in one thing, and then you go into like the fucking museum and you see all the little kids' shoes and shit. That's true. But don't give me that shit that it takes fucking 20 minutes to burn about. I don't want to hear that anymore because it's not even true. You ask me, they didn't have fucking super ovens. They didn't have much. they didn't have better technology than we have today. Today it takes like 3 or 4 hours to burn a body. It was probably taking more time than that back then because, you know, it's older technology. It was back in like what, the 30s and 40s. So that's older technology right there. You know, back, I heard this thing once that, what was it? I once heard this thing that you can, like, 10 people from today, if you take 10 people today, give them modern weapons, and send them back through time to fight, like, the Civil War, you know, the Civil War would be done with only 10 men. Because back when the Civil War was happening, they weren't even using, like, machine guns or anything like that. They were using fucking muskets. Shitty ass, where you got your rifle or whatever, and then you have to pack the musket and you have to, like, pound it down, and then you only get like one shot and you have to do it again. And it takes like 5 minutes to reload after one shot. So you take 10 men from today, give them modern weapons, put them in the Civil War, and they'll win that war. You know, so I think they did have like machine guns back in like the Civil War, but they were like these huge things, and they were only able to, like, what do you call it? They were only able to have them on like wagons and shit, and yeah, it was just, they weren't like these rifles that we have today. They weren't like Rambo. They didn't have Rambo back then. You know? So, bullshit. You know, today we can burn a body in 3 to 4 hours. So the thing is that they weren't actually just throwing people alive into this oven either. No, what they were doing was they were burning the dead people that died in the camp. They were cremating them. That's what they were doing. They were just like, oh, you know how hard it would be to, you know, okay. You really think how hard it would be, you know, you take somebody like, you take anybody and try to throw them in a fucking crematorium oven like that. It's not like they just like crawled in there and said, oh yeah, I'm here. It's like they didn't just call them down there and say, yeah, I'm here for my fucking ovening, you know. It's not like they did that. No, if they were alive, they would fucking put up a fucking struggle. Okay? It's not very efficient to do it that way. It's more efficient to just fucking shoot them in the head and then just burn all the bodies. That's what it was more efficient to do. It was more efficient to say, oh yeah, take a fucking shower and then pack them in. You know, it's more efficient to do that, and I don't even believe it, a shower thing. Gas didn't come out of a shower head. That was some crazy fucking plumbing then. If you can get gas come out of a shower head. I'm sure it can be done though. But you can't just get somebody to go fucking oven. You really can't. Try to push me around. Say, hey, get me oven. Why? Because we're gonna oven you to death. Get me oven. No. Throw me around, you know. It's not a very efficient way to kill people. I'll tell you that right now. It's not. How the fuck do we get into this conversation about getting ovened? Anyway, I don't get it. It's like I go into one thing and now I'm talking about fucking Gene Simmons' cow, and now I'm talking about fucking getting ovened in a crematorium oven back in the 30s. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I had a rough day today. So that's about it. Oh shit. Hey, Gravy. Come on, move.